Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Jared here with Razel's Revenge Gaming, giving you the weekly gaming news rundown. Um, there's not, I mean, there's a lot, but there's not a lot of pressing stuff going on. So I'll get to that in a minute. Once I get down through it, I might also share my thoughts and opinions on the Xbox Series X and the PS5 specs that have been released, and I don't know. Yeah, just my opinion and thoughts about that, and as well as the Gamestop fiasco. Ooh, we got a text message. Um, I don't know, like, if you watch my videos, you guys know by now that I've worked for GameStop before in the past, and for uh, not really a significant amount of time, but a pretty decent amount of time. So I kind of have like a insider feeling on that one. But anyways, sorry, I got to adjust to get comfortable here. I'd also like to say that if you guys haven't already and you've come across the videos, hit the subscribe button for me. Helps out greatly. And I know that I get a lot of views, but I don't get a lot of subs as far as like on BitChute goes. So, if you're watching this on BitChute, just click the subscribe button. I don't, if you want to turn notifications on, that's great. Go for it. But if you don't understand, you can just hit the sub button, check everything out when you do your normal YouTube surfing, and just visit the channel to see if I have a new upload or not. But anyways, let's go on, shall we? So first and foremost, the Final Fantasy VII physical copies probably going to be like a limited, not like a limited run, but they're going to be limited in quantity. That's the phrase I was looking for. As far as being on retail shelves and stuff, just because of the COVID-19 pandemic thing we're seeing now. Digital will be fine, obviously, and everything is still set for a release date of April 10th. So there hasn't been any kind of another pushback on the release date or anything. So we've got that going for us. Just if you do physical, unless you have it pre-ordered, probably gonna be pretty hard to find. Um, a game company called Standing Stones Games LLC. Some of you probably don't know who this is. I didn't know who it was until I actually read this thing. But they make Lord of the Rings Online and Dungeons and Dragons Online. They're making the D&D and the Lord of the Rings Online free through April 30th, and that's going to include like all the dungeons, raids, instances, skirmishes, and all that good stuff for both of them. They're going to be free, including like DLC. Like pretty much everything is free as far as content goes. With Dungeons and Dragons, the buddy bonus of 5% is going to be up and available until March 29th. The Mimic event will last until March 26th through April 6th. So you got a while on that one. There's an anniversary event for the D&D one that starts March 26th and will last through April 30th. Lord of the Rings. There is the curator, whoever that might be, because I don't play this game, but thought it'd be nice to mention. The curator is returning March 26th through April 30th. You guys get a 10% Virtue XP bonus with Lord of the Rings that starts March 26th and lasts through the 6th of April. And there's also a Baggins birthday event, which is available again March 26th through April 6th. So that's something that you guys can look into if you're on quarantine and bored as fuck and just looking for something to do. Give it a whirl. It's free. The hell do you have to lose? So there's something to do. The Trials of Mana demo is available now on the Switch, Xbox One, PS4, and on Steam. It only allows you to play 3 of the 6 unique characters, but any progress you make actually gets carried over to the final product, which releases on April 24th. So that's kind of cool. Not a lot of demo games do that anymore. So that's something to kind of consider if you are a, you know, I guess RPG fan, well, which a lot of people are. Anywho, stumbling over words here. Um, it only lets you play the beginning of the character stories, but that's fine. It's a demo. It just kind of lets you, figure things out. But again, the progress carries over, so that's badass. So if you haven't checked that out yet, probably should. Now, reach back into your memory banks if you're an old fuck like me and you remember your N64. Back in, what did I write down? 1999, which a minute ago, there was an N64 game called Shadow Man. Well, it's getting a remaster. It's going to be for the PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and the Switch. There's no release date for it yet or anything like that. It's just going to be a remaster. It's going to be use the same engine, either the same engine or the same developer that has been doing the recent remasters of old games like Turok and all that. They're taking care of it, or they're using the same engine. I can't remember. So that's kind of cool if you enjoyed the old Shadow Man game. On a side note, to go along with that, there's a new comic set coming out for Shadow Man that's supposed to release on May the 20th. Whether or not the game will coincide with the comic release, it's anyone's guess, but it'd be kind of cool if it did, but if not, I mean, you can read the comic while you wait for the game. Now, the new Call of Duty that's going to come out this year is supposedly a reboot of Black Ops. I kind of saw this coming with last year's reboot of the Modern Warfare franchise. I kind of figured there'd be a reboot of Black Ops, which is cool. Black Ops was great. So, it is what it is. It's going to be supposedly way darker and grittier than even like the Modern Warfare reboot was, which, I mean, that doesn't really, it takes a lot, but it doesn't take a lot at the same time if you can kind of understand that one. It's the campaign is going to focus on the real life events of the Cold War and the Vietnam War. It's supposed to include large scale multiplayer maps. That's going to be the one that's kind of I guess confirmed for right now is a 32 versus 32 ground war multiplayer mode. So that's kind of cool. Operators are returning, so the specialists aren't going to be a thing anymore, it seems, supposedly. All of your multiplayer DLC is going to be free, which is a model that everyone's doing now, which, I mean, that's fine. However, the zombies, they may or may not be doing for free. Like the season pass for the zombies, that's still kind of up in the air. I wouldn't look for that to be free just because it's zombies and everybody fucking loves zombies. So if they're going to be able to make cash on that, that's exactly what they're going to do. Understandable though. The zombies feature is supposed to be an entirely new storyline. They're supposed to be ditching the weird little fantasy twists and stuff that happened in the earlier iterations. They're supposed to actually go down to a grittier, more realistic zombie experience. So that's pretty cool. That was one thing that that they lost me on, to be honest with you. The occult stuff was kind of cool, but at the same time, I just wanted to shoot fucking zombies, and that's it. Just wave after wave of zombies and harder, more difficult, unlock more weapons, blah 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 blah. When they started getting into that occult stuff is when I was just like, meh. Still played it, but it was just it didn't really suck me in like a standard zombie experience would. But so look forward to that one. That's gonna be pretty cool. Also, they don't have a battle royale for this upcoming Call of Duty release, but let's be honest here, it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. Battle royale seems to be whatever gets shoehorned into shit nowadays anyways, so expect that. The GDC, or the Game Developer Conference, has been pushed to a date now. It's going to be in summer. It's going to be August 4th through the 6th in the same venue. It's actually going to be shorter than the original one was, like as far as how many days they're going to be, and it's going to be smaller. So I don't know what to think about that one. The organizers say that it's supposed to be like the smaller one is going to give other people a chance to, I guess, be there. They said as far, like developers and all that to get their games out and everything, but the organizers said that they are trying to reach areas of the industry previously untapped due to space restrictions. Now, my thoughts on that is, well, if the bigger developers actually want to come here, they're just going to blow the money on it and find a way to wiggle in the space restrictions and still be there. And they'll take up all the space that's there supposedly for like the smaller people. But since it is smaller and it's not lasting as long, maybe the bigger people are going to be like, well, fuck this, it's not worth my while, leaving a vacuum for the smaller devs to come in and showcase their shit. So we'll see what happens. I'm hoping it's the latter of those two, just because the big places already do their own damn shows anyways. It's time for the little guy to actually to get something. So, I guess we'll find out come August. Xbox Game Pass, which is badass, and we all know that. But the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is doing this weird little like perks thing. It started on the 18th of this month. It's going to allow Ultimate Pass holders to receive new benefits from like some of their games and everything, and the benefits are going to be in-game content, DLC, and other random shit. If you are a member already, there's no need to sign up. It's an automatic thing. You'll get a message like I did saying, hey, you've got perks. And you're like, what the fuck? So that's what this is. Right now, the perks are for Phantasy Star Online. You get unique emotes. There's cosmetics. A gold ticket mission pass, which I have no idea what the fuck that is, but it's a thing. In-game currency with, I hope I'm saying this right, Maceta crystal. Again, no idea what the fuck that is, but you get it. And it's only available in the US and Canada right now, as far as that perk goes. Next one you get is World of Tank Mercenaries. They only specified you get 3 powerful tanks and more. So I guess there's just unspecified bullshit that you get in World of Tank Mercenaries. Sea of Thieves, you get Ori-inspired ancestral sails, a figurehead, hull, and flag for your ship. I guess that's kind of cool. Last but not least, Smite. You get 5 gods and character skins and voice packs as part of the perks. So, I mean, while some of these titles may not be your thing, like Sea of Thieves and Smite, I can see being worth it. The other ones, I don't know. Like I said, if it's your thing, it's your thing, but whatever. There's also still the first month of the Ultimate Game Pass for $1. So if you, for some strange reason, don't have Ultimate Game Pass yet, you need to go ahead and jump on that shit. And these perks will rotate, so you'll get something new. I believe it's every month. They'll announce the perks along with the new game releases and everything. So that's kind of cool. I mean, you get more free shit. Who can complain? Carrying on. So let's move on to the rumors section that we all love and enjoy. A couple of them here. The biggest one I'll say for last, which I don't know, it's should be a no-brainer. But anyways, the 2021 Call of Duty title is supposed to have Fortnite-like building mechanics. That's fine, I guess. I mean, Battlefield 5 has that building mechanic where you can do like sandbags and other shit. So maybe it'll actually, excuse me, maybe it'll actually do some kind of a tactical reason behind it instead of just, somebody getting shot and turning into a fucking 8-story building or whatever. So we'll see what happens there. If you liked LA Noire, um, there's supposedly a second one in the works, and it's going to be 80s themed. There was a leak online with the soundtrack or something, and it got taken down really fucking quick. But people were managed to find it, and the description on the video said something about like 80s LA Noire for. Anyways, it pointed towards a LA Noire 2 that is 80s themed. So we'll keep an eyeball on that one, see what happens. Also, there's supposed to be a Tales from the Borderlands Redux, which I guess is going to be all of the episodes and everything, maybe like remastered 4K, all that good shit, and a continuation of Tales from the Borderlands. So that's gonna be pretty cool. I haven't actually played that one. I kind of lost interest in the like storytelling ones. They're badass. Don't get me wrong. I really enjoyed The Walking Dead. That was really the only one I played. I didn't do The Wolf Among Us or Tales from the Borderlands or even the Game of Thrones one they did. I guess I just kind of got sapped out of the episodic shit. That didn't rub me in the right way. Anyways, um, so look forward to that. I'm going to be kind of keeping an eyeball on that one because if they do the Redux as well as a continuation and sell it all in like one huge pack, I might just give in and do it, but we'll see. Now, the thing I was talking about beforehand with the PS4 thing, it's a sequel to Spider-Man, and it's just a rumor, again, like this whole section is, just take it with a grain of salt. It's supposed to be a 2020 release date, 2021 release date, sorry about that, in the summer. It's going to be single player, no co-op or anything like that. The game itself is going to be set in winter, even though it has a summer release date, so, whatever. It's supposed to take place 5 to 6 months after the original game. Peter's still trying to deal with what happened with Aunt May and all that, and so yeah, that's maybe some kind of internal struggle that'll be throughout the entire game. But carrying on, Harry Osborn is actually supposed to be Venom. Interesting. And Eddie Brock is supposed to be a major character, and they're going to completely revamp the web slinging mechanic. There's supposed to be like 3 different versions. One is supposed to be like a more realistic version. I guess it's like supposed to be physics based or something. The other one is like an arcadey, doesn't matter, just for fun. I guess you able to like spin a web wherever, whenever. And then the third one is supposed to be like a weird hybrid of the 3. It's not confirmed or anything because again, it's rumors, just kind of what I heard. And no, I don't have the coof. I have allergies, so yeah, perfect fucking timing to be coughing and sneezing and all that good stuff from allergies when you got the coof rolling around. But I guess I'll take the last few minutes to like I said, give my thoughts on the Xbox Series X and the PS5 specs and the GameStop shit. The specs thing, I sat back and watched the Twitterati and all that, go back and forth at each other, the fanboys of each, and it boils down to hardware-wise, the Xbox will completely beat the ever-living shit out of the PS5. The PS5, however, it runs faster and sleeker or whatever the fuck. So, I mean, it's kind of one of those like brute strength, dexterity kind of things, man. I mean, they're both going to be significant increases to what we have now. So, whichever one you decide to go with, it's gonna be badass. I just, me personally, I'm an Xbox guy, so that's gonna be my bread and butter. But I'm gonna get both, just like I always do, and the PlayStation will be an exclusive machine, just like it always has been, for me at least. Um, Xbox won me over way back in the day with the PS2 and the original Xbox. If you were lucky enough to own both of them and you were lucky enough to like play games that were on both of them, like my defining thing was, or things rather, was playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas originally on the PlayStation 2. Loved it, don't get me wrong. But then I finally saved up enough money to buy an original Xbox, bought Grand Theft Auto San Andreas on the original Xbox, and the original Xbox played that shit way better than the PS2 did. Way better. And then you had games like Fable and the original Ninja Gaiden, whatever, however you want to pronounce it. The graphics blew me away. The way that the games ran, way better, blew me away. And then you could do your custom soundtracks and all. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, I'll do Xbox before I do the PS5, but dude, spec wise, they're both fucking amazing. So shut your fucking hole and just enjoy the system of your choice. That's what it boils down to. Gamers are gamers, dude. I don't give a fuck if you game on the PlayStation, the Switch, a PC, none of that. I mean, it's your choice. Don't let anyone try to like bully you or shame you for picking one or the other. I don't understand the console war bullshit. It's dumb. I think we should just play whatever the hell we want to play on what we want to play, and that's it. But I am an Xbox guy, so go Xbox. Um, the GameStop shit, I gotta hang now. The GameStop shit is nothing out of the ordinary for me to hear. Having experienced that shit firsthand for years, especially at a store manager level. I worked my way up from peon to store manager, so yay me. GameStop probably ran some kind of numbers like they always do. They're a very statistics based company. Like, I mean, worse than anything I've ever seen in my life. They probably needed that fucking Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing cash to come in first before they closed down anything to, give a fuck about their employees. Standard par for the course shit, dude. Like, really. I mean, it's GameStop is terrible to their employees, like to their lower level employees. Like if you're store manager level, that's when they kind of start caring about you. But anything below that, you're like the lowest life form on earth, man. I mean, you don't matter to GameStop. I mean, it's true. Um, Anyone who tells you otherwise either hasn't been working for the company long enough to experience it, just started working for the company and have only been there for like maybe 4 or 5 months, and they're still in the honeymoon phase, or they're a fucking shill for GameStop, and that's pretty much about it. Um, it does come at a bad time for them though, considering how terrible they're struggling with everything. That's probably why they waited to do what they did. Like I said, they probably needed that influx of Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing money to kind of give them like a cushion to be able to do what they're doing now, which is, closing their stores, only doing the curbside pickup stuff, online things, and giving their employees like paid time off. Like I think you get 2 weeks, no matter who the hell you are, and if you have any kind of time put back or whatnot, which means you're probably a assistant store manager or higher, you get an extra 80 hours to use for, I guess, sick time or whatever, personal time, whatnot. And they're encouraging you to not come in if you feel unsafe about their curbside stuff or even if you feel the least bit sick. So That's cool. That's a drastic change from the other shit, which was, you either show up or you don't work here anymore, is pretty much the way it is. Um, I just think it's really sad that GameStop does what it does, and it took the backlash to get them to do this. But again, I stand by they desperately needed the Doom Eternal and the Animal Crossing money to even be able to do this. So, take it what it is, man. That GameStop, I defend a little bit just because of what I know of its internal workings and all. But at the end of the day, it's not a good company. It's really not. Like, coming from like a humanitarian standpoint, it's not a good company at all. Like I said, unless you're store manager level or higher, fucking they don't care. Um, just to put it bluntly. And even then, the only reason they keep you at that level is because they know you'll put up with the bullshit that goes on, and like, that's the only reason, to be honest with you. Like, even if you're a shitty store manager, they're more apt to ignore it and just keep you on in hopes that you start doing better. Or they might play, ring around what is it? Manager hop around or whatever the fuck it is. They might move you to a shittier store or something to try and force you to quit. They're not going to outright fire you unless you do something ungodly. But yeah, anyways, that's about all I got today for this video. I rambled for damn near 30 minutes. Sorry about that, guys. As always, subscribe if you've made it this far. If not, I understand. Like the video, share it around, follow me on Twitter, Minds, Facebook, all that. Links will be in the description of the video, and just do what you can to help my little channel grow, because the more it grows, the more I can actually put into this and, make it actually something versus just what I have time to do, it on a Sunday. Because I really would like to make this into something. Anyways, thanks for the ones of you that have been subscribed since day one, or day two, whatever the hell. Any new subscribers that I have, appreciate the hell out of you, more than you know. If you guys want to know my opinions about anything, or do some kind of a weird podcast or collaboration, whatever, hit me up, let me know. Otherwise, I think that's all I got, guys. That's about all I got. You guys have a safe week. Stay safe in your quarantine or lockdown, whatever the hell you got going down. And I'll see you guys next week. You have a good one.